Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to apply Vvivid's light smoke tint to the taillights of this Nissan Titan. I've gone ahead and cleaned the taillights and cut a piece to size. So as you can see, this is Vvivid's light smoke tint, and I've cut a piece that's big enough to cover left to right and up and down, giving myself leeway about 2 inches all the way around. Now what I'm doing here is I'm peeling about a third to half of the sheet, and I'm applying the vinyl to one of the flat planes of the taillight. This is basically 2 big flat planes that meet together at a 90-degree angle. So I just am applying it to the largest, what I believe is the largest flat plane with the most surface area. So I'm applying it nice and even, no stress on there since I'm not stretching anything, until I get to about where I'm about to bend. And as you can see, I've left the backing paper on for that part, and I'm trimming off the excess backing paper now, but leaving a strip. Reason being is because you don't want to put your fingers behind where you're going to be applying the vinyl to the surface of the taillight, because it will show up, your fingerprints will show up. I did leave a strip there, as you can see, to hold on to, but I also have excess vinyl on the sides and the top and bottom, just in case. The strip also allows you to, when you pull on the vinyl, it's a even stretch all the way across, because it's a bar, so to speak, versus pulling up and down on 2 angles. So what I'm doing there is I heated the vinyl to soften it up, and then I'm pulling it around that bend there. Now you can see there's a couple fingers pointed outwards, and that's fine. What I'm going to do is I wanted to make it around the bend, and so I'm lifting up the bottom half there and smoothing out the wrinkles, blasting it out again with some heat. And you can see what I'm doing is make sure it's all set up, and then pulling it over and across the back side of that tail light there. All right, and so what I'm going for is smoothing out the vinyl as best I can. So I'm going to go, now that I did the bottom half, I'm going to address the top. But because the vinyl is catching over the top part of the tail light there onto the painted surface, what I did right in front of the bend is I made a relief cut, and I made a U-shaped cut pointing up that way. When I pull, it doesn't rip into the vinyl that's going to go on the surface area. So I'm pulling the vinyl back just a little bit, and I'm going to back to where the wrinkles are. And what I'm going to be doing here is adding a little bit more heat again, just to try that again. It didn't quite glass out like I wanted it to. And so there, now that I gave it a little bit of heat, you see that it's perfectly glassed out, meaning it's completely smooth there in the bottom half there. And on the top half, what I'm going to do here is I'm pulling it back to where those wrinkles are, smoothing everything out, and then just using my squeegee to kind of lay down the vinyl. I'm at a point where even laying down the vinyl, I think without heat, it's going to leave some wrinkles. So I gave it just a little bit of heat to soften it up. And now you can see that I'm using my squeegee to basically lay that vinyl down, cutting at the wrinkles and making it smooth. I'm going to the edge there on the right side, and then to the top. I'm pulling it back to release it from the body of the vehicle, so that when I do give it some heat, it will shrink down and around the edge of the tail light itself. Doing the same thing on the left side there of the tail light, where I am basically lifting it up and making sure everything's tucked in. At the bottom corner there, you can see where it was catching the bend on the paint side, so I'm making that relief cut, and I'm kind of right there. What I'm doing is I'm shaping the cut to go left and right, so that if I do pull it too hard, it rips away from the taillight, not into the taillight area. And what I'm doing here basically is lifting up the vinyl off of the paint, so that when I apply heat here in just a second, it will shrink wrap around the underside of the taillight there in that case, without grabbing on the paint, making for a nice tight fit and a tuck, so that it won't shrink back or pull away from the taillight itself. After I've done that, I'm using my squeegee, as you can see, to tuck that vinyl underneath the taillight there, the taillight edge. And then I'm going to do the same on the left side there, where I'm going to cut off some excess because it's just too much, it's grabbing on the paint. And then I'm going to make sure that I tuck the sides of the vinyl into that there. Now I'm going to the top part there, and I'm going to do the same. I'm pulling it off of the top, and I'm adding a little bit of heat and basically shrinking that vinyl around the edge, the top edge of the taillight there. Once I've done that, I'm using my squeegee to make sure everything is tucked in nice and tight, adding some heat to make sure everything's set. And then what I'm going to do here next is go and address the top part there, where I make sure everything is nice and set. tuck in the sides there. You can see I'm tucking it in, and on the far left side there was no stretch at all since we laid that perfectly flat. I did add heat to just make sure everything was set, and I tucked it in. Now on the side of the taillight where it meets the bed there, what I did was I put it across onto the tailgate of the truck, but now I pulled it back just a little bit, and I'm smoothing it out and giving it some heat to let the vinyl relax and putting it down. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing the vinyl back across after it's been relaxed, bringing it back across onto the taillight. And you can see what I'm doing is I'm bridging it, meaning that gap between the taillight and the tailgate, I'm pinning the vinyl onto it and then heating it up. And what I'm doing is setting myself up to make a nice clean cut using the side of the tailgate as my cut line to make a nice clean and even cut. Now I'm using my heat gun to go, now that I'm basically set up all the way around, I'm using my heat gun to make sure that there's any shrinkage left that would happen, activate that. And then in preparation for this cut here, now I'm going to start trimming away. You can see how I had set up a bridge, if you will, on the taillight to the tailgate. That gave me a nice clean cut. And because the vinyl on the top and the sides and the back and the bottom part have all shrunk around that, what you'll see me doing is basically using the inside edge of the taillight itself. You can see my blade is pointed down into the if you will, the taillight, almost at a 45-degree angle, because there's a gap that I'm floating the blade in there so that it's cutting only vinyl, and it's using the side of the taillight edge as my guide, but I'm not cutting the paint or the taillight itself. Now what I'm doing there on the sides and the bottom is basically the same thing as the top. I'm just finding a place to get my blade started into the taillight to follow in this case, the bottom of the taillight, and trim. And you can see I'm kind of going to be, as I cut, I'm pointing at an upward angle. And basically that's my blade floating just behind the taillight edge, so that I'm not cutting or scraping the body of the truck itself. So I'm going and I'm making sure I cut all the way to the end where I stopped when I went towards the top. And then when you peel this off, be careful to peel off, because if you didn't cut all the way, you might actually, like I didn't do there, pull the vinyl on the surface. So peel it off slowly and carefully, and there you go. So now I'm taking my squeegee after doing that and making sure everything that I just cut on the bottom, the left side towards the front, and the top are all nice and tucked in. Now what I'm going to do next is use a little bit of heat to make sure that I didn't miss anything as far as air bubbles. Give some heat on those edges that I just finished cutting there, top, side, and bottom, to make sure that they shrink around the edge of the taillight, and then hit the main body and see if there's any air bubbles that I might have missed. Now what I'm doing here is I'm bringing the tailgate down because I have that vinyl that's hanging off the side of the right side of the taillight pointed towards towards the bed. That's that's sticking out still, and I'm giving it a little bit of heat to relax it, and then I'm smoothing it down and around the edge of the taillight there. Just a little bit of heat. My heat gun is on low, and I'm just warming the foam up so that it lays down and smooths nicely around the edge of that taillight there. Now because I used the gap between the taillight and the tailgate, it gave me a little bit of excess vinyl, and so when I wrapped it around, there's a red inner edge of the tail light there that meets the black casing of it. And so what I'm doing there is I laid it down, and that gave me another seam that I can use as my guide to trim off some of the excess. So it just wraps around the red part. And you'll see me here as soon as I finish trimming that there, pulling off a strip of vinyl that was the excess there. And so for all intents and purposes, this taillight is effectively done being wrapped with light smoke tint. You might not notice it too much on the red, but you'll notice if you look at the blinker and the white part or the clear part, where the reverse light and blinker, it does have a nice subtle smoke color tint to it. So with that, all I'm doing is going to be checking all the edges to make sure everything is sealed nice and tightly. I'm going to hit it with some more heat here in a little bit, just to make sure that there aren't any air bubbles that are trapped underneath that I will need to pop with the tip of my knife or a poker if you have one, and then seal everything up nice and tightly. So hopefully this video was informative and instructive for you. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks, guys.